Today we are going to discuss doubts. So, what are the questions asked by students? So, first one is why is JavaScript called as an interpreted language, and how does that impact its performance compared to compiled language? So, basically, JavaScript is an interpreted language because its code will be executed line by line by the browser based upon the function. So, it is going to retrieve the script. So, based upon the script, it will be identifying whether it is a inline, internal or external JavaScript, so that the particular compiler can able to make an action so based upon the script. So because of that reason, so it is said to be a interpreted language. For example, if you are going to consider compiler, so it is going to execute the machine code, so which makes the execution faster. So however, compilation takes time, so because it is going to make the load on the compiler on time, whereas it interpreted language will be reducing the load on the compiler. Because of that reason, so this is the difference between the compiler and interpreted language. The next question is what is prototype based objects and how do they differ from class based programming? For example, if you are going to consider a class in Java, you are going to create an object. Without object, you cannot able to create access the other classes. So for example, if you are going to consider prototype based objects, so these are created from other objects. Example, using a object.create or a constructor function. For example, if you want to use this one, you can able to use a inheritance which will be more flexible. So here you are having a flexibility considered to the core Java, because you need to create a object by defining the new. So next question is what are the silent errors in JavaScript? Why do they occur, and how can we identify and fix them? So basically, while writing the code, a developer are going to make a mistakes. For example, creating a one script name .js and calling another script name .js, that may not be found. So next, declaring the variables. So basically, in normal traditional programming like C, C++, and Java, we used to define the data types like integer, float, string, character, double, long, short, and so on. But here, everything we are going to declare as a variable based upon the functionality the user is going to use. So he has to restrict the particular bugs so which are going to occur. So you can able to use a linters example, ESLint, so it can catch the potential errors during the development. But coming to logical errors, the logical errors should be taken care by the programmer itself. Next question, how does JavaScript make a client side programming language more efficient compared to server side scripting? Basically, client side script is mostly used for a validation purpose. For example, if you are going to enter a user ID and password, whenever you are going to enter the password, so at that time you may have a strict rules that first letter should be capital, and there should be a special characters, and user has to type in numbers. So each and every time you are going to send the data to the server, so it is going to keep the load on the server. So within the client side scripting, if you are going to identify so how much load, what are the basic requirements that client is going to send the data. So here itself, if you are going to rectify, no need to send to the data to the server, and no need to validate by the server. So once if the server will be validating only the password, whether the particular user ID is existing in the database or not. So if the user ID doesn't exist in the database, then the new user ID will be created. Next, why is client side JavaScript is restricted from accessing server side private data? Basically, if you are going to consider the JavaScript, so just we are going to create a client side scripting language. So but the particular code will not be shown. So basically we will be seeing the code, but inside internally what it runs, it is also not shown. But if you are going to consider PHP, personal home page, and Node.js, so it is more effective so to handle the sensitive operations. So because it is a working on the server side, so the particular code will not be revealed, and if you are going to right click any particular HTML tag, and if you are inspecting, the code will not be shown. Only the code will be shown, like you are using the file name .js, like that will be shown, but the internally the where the particular file exists, so it will not be shown. So because in the server side you can able to keep public, private, and protected like things. If you are making a protected or private, so that particular thing won't be accessed by the user. Why is placing script tag at the bottom of the body tag is beneficial? So basically if you are going to use a script tag, so in the header section, so it will cause the discrepancies, because in the header section most probably we are using a CSS script also, but the placing the particular script tag in the body, so it is going to render the data in a faster manner, and also it avoids the dependency errors. Next, what is event driven programming? So basically event driven programming means what? If you are going to have a events, so if you are clicking any button, whatever the form data you have filled, that should be submitted to the server. So similarly, if you are going to place a mouse and it has to show in a different colors and something, so mouse over, and that can be done by the CSS itself, but some kind of effects can be done by the JavaScript also. Event driven programming means either you can able to use a mouse events and keyboard events. Next, what is the key difference between JavaScript and PHP? So already I have told JavaScript is a client side, but PHP and Node.js are the server side. So because it will be running in the server means you can able to use a WAMP or XAMPP in the PHP. So by using the WAMP and XAMPP server, you can able to run on the network. So that is the most thing. So otherwise, if you are using a normal JavaScript, so that won't be needed any traditional servers, so you can able to execute that particular JavaScript within your browser itself. But where PHP or Node.js can able to handle a request and response from the client side. So next, how can we manage conflicts or dependency issues, multiple JavaScript files included? The first and foremost thing is following the order. So order means, so in the previous example we have seen, we are having a hello and bye. So two particular buttons we have created. So whenever we are going to click one button, so one particular message, a greet message will be given, and otherwise if you are clicking another button, that one will be shown. Basically based upon the order, so which button if you are clicking, that particular file name .js has to be retrieved. So you have to make the modularity in order to get that particular button. So but in the case of Node.js, so it will be splitted into module. The file name can be saved like m.js. So for example, if you are going to consider this particular program, so we are using a import and export tags basically. So here first one is a math util.mjs. So this particular thing will be called from this one. So now we are using a export, so constant multiply. So we are using a constant, whatever the parameters sent from another program, a and b are the parameters sent. So now here we are using a associative array like a tag. So here we are so basically this kind of symbol, so imply symbol is used in PHP like associate, whenever you are using associative links arrays. So but here we are using so equal to greater than symbol. So the result will be multiplied and it is going to send to the function. Whenever the multiply function is called, the resultant AB will be multiplied and the result will be passed like written. It is just like written. So next another one is result.mjs. So now it is going to import. So export means it is going to send, and here import means it is going to receive from where, which function, multiply. So here we have given a multiply equal to a comma me. So now from, so the file name we have saved is mathutils.mjs. So the same thing, it is going to retrieve the particular data. So mathutils.mjs. So now it is going to get the console.log multiply 3 comma 4. So 3 comma 4 will be multiplied and the resultant output will be shown here. So next, what are the different types of console methods in JavaScript? JavaScript provides several inbuilt methods to display messages in the console. These methods are used for debugging, warnings, errors, and informational messages. They also allow for color coding in most modern web browsers. For example, pressing the Control Shift plus I in the browser or Command Option plus I. So now what I am doing is Control Shift I. So now it has opened the console window here. So now what I am going to do, I am going to click the console. So here in this browser itself, it is going to support the typing the console. So for example, if you are going to type the console.debug, what will happen? So it has shown the console debug, so native code. So that is the thing it is going to show. So now if you are going to type the parameters, so now it is going to show undefined because we have not given any particular code to debug. So because, so if you are going to type console.debug, debugging in process. So now it has shown, so debugging in process. So it is going to show this particular alert message. So it is shown in particular yellow color. So now similarly here we are having a console.error. So if it is going to generate an error, console.error. So it is going to show the error is the particular output which we have typed. So like that we can able to type the different kind of things. So next console.info. So it is going to generate the info. So here if you want to type info, so just we have typed error. So I will remove this particular error. I will type information. So it has given the information as an output. Like that we can able to define the particular different types of console methods in JavaScript. Next, JavaScript comments. So basically we have seen we can able to write the single line comment or multiple line comment by using the double backslash, or you can able to use a backslash followed by star and preceded by star and followed by backslash. So like that you can able to type. So otherwise some editors support the keyboard shortcut shift alt a, so for comment lines. Next, data types in JavaScript. So what are the different types of data in JavaScript? So already I have mentioned, if you are using a normal C, C++ or Java, what you are doing, so you are going to define the data type. But in the case of JavaScript, you are going to type the, so here you have declared a var person. So in this particular block, so here the block has been started and block has been ended. Here you have defined the different type of variables. So on the person data, for example person, so name, age, gender, qualification and height. So these are the properties. You can declare all the things as a block of code like a variable person. So if you want to define the object, if you want to access, so then we can able to use a object name dot person. So person dot name, person dot age, person dot gender, person dot qualification and person dot height. So now here if you can able to notice, here we are using a object constructor. So if you are using a object constructor, it is similar to Java. So how you are going to write in the normal basic code in Java means, so basically you will be declaring a class name, and it is going to be followed by the braces. So now if you want to access this particular class in another class, so class 2, so the class 2 will be having a public static void main. So inside that you are going to define cname space object equal to new cname. So then you are going to open the brace and close the brace. So whatever the methods are there, for example you are having a method here, so method, so then you have given some particular data inside by using a object. So here what you are doing, so object name is obj dot method. So you are going to call that particular method. So like that you are going to call the different methods in the case of traditional Java. So now we are going to close the flower base. So only thing is you are going to write within the public static void main string array args. So then you need to open one more flower base and you need to close the flower base. So like that you are going to work in a similar manner. So here you are going to create a variable object. So variable is person, already you have declared the person. So here equal to new object. So here we have created an object. Now person dot name equal to Pradeep, person dot age equal to 27 and height equal to 5.11 and male. So and person dot qualification, so MTech. So like that you can able to use a object construction. So instead of adding this particular manner, so you can able to use in this manner also. So here you are using a object constructor. So this is one kind of different syntax, and this is another kind of syntax. So based upon the necessity, you can able to follow whatever the thing you want. So next, accessing or modifying the object properties. So for example, you can able to use a particular name of the person and you can able to modify the particular person age. For example, so console.log person.name. So it means the person.name you can able to retrieve, or you can able to use a console.log person age. So whose age is defined, you can able to mention that particular age. So now if you are going to consider this particular syntax, so now I am going to type. So now just I have given a particular qualification, what is the last line which we have given. So that particular thing it has been displayed. So now console person dot name. So now we need to retrieve the person dot name. So now it has retrieved the person dot name is Pradeep. So now I am going to retrieve the age of the particular person. So now it has shown 27. So like that you can able to add and display the particular properties of a particular person. Next, adding functions to objects. So basically, if you want to add any particular function to the objects, so here already we have seen up to here it is a common thing. So just we have given a name, age, height, gender, qualification. So now I am using a function. So here study is the name of the function. So now it is followed by colon and the function. It has to identify it as a function. So now for example, if you are going to want to whatever the message you want to display is, so just Pradeep is studying. So now we have closed the brace and we have closed the variable function here. So we have closed the basic function here. So variable, so what are the things, person data we have declared. So now within that we have declared a study function. So just we want to display a message Pradeep is studying. So now let us execute this particular program. So now just I am going to copy up to here. So now I am going to paste. So now I have pressed enter. So now I want to retrieve the data person.study. So now what is the message it has displayed? It has displayed the Pradeep is studying. Based upon that, within the browser itself, you can able to execute this kind of console messages. Next, retrieving keys and values from objects. So basically, if you are going to consider keys to a particular person, for example, so here we have taken the different elements: name, age, height, gender, so qualification, and whether he can able to dance or not, hobbies. So like that we can able to take. So now how do we retrieve? So based upon the object followed by the keys of the particular person, you can able to retrieve the data. So now for example, if you are going to consider values, so you can able to use a object dot values. So where it is going to retrieve all the values of the specific person. So now if you are going to see this particular program, so what I am going to do, so here just I am going to declare the values of the person. So object dot values of the particular person. Previously what we have given, person dot study. So now I am going to paste. So instead of object, so object dot values of person. So now what are the attributes I have given? So Pradeep, age is 27, height is 5.11 and male, and qualification is a BTech, and it has shown. So the particular function also used in this one. The function will be retrieved only if it is called. So previously what we have given, person dot study. So now it then only the function will be retrieved. So for that purpose it has given at the end if. So next, objects and mutability. What are mutable objects? So when you copy an object, you are copying the reference, not that the actual object. This means the changes are made and copied that will affect the original object as well. So it means you have to take care whenever you are going to make the changes to the actual data, or just you want to display the data by changing. So care should be taken whenever you are going to do such kind of things. Example, so here you are having a person, variable person equal to person. So already we have declared person. The person data is not copied to the object. So only it will be acting as a reference. So whenever you are going to type person 2 dot age equal to 30, so here whenever you are going to print console.log person dot age. So previously age is 26 or 27. So but here the original object is also modified. So at that time you need to take care. So whenever you are going to doing such kind of things. So whenever we are trying to copy an object, always the references get copied, not entire object. In other words, objects are mutable in JS. So let us execute this kind of program. So just we are typing the variable person equal to person. So already we are having a person data. So now what I have typed, variable person to equal to person. So we are trying to modify the age as 30. So previously age is 27. So I have pasted that one. Age is 30. So here I am going to enter. Person age is 30. So now we are using a console.log person age. Person age. So now it has shown output 30. So now the previously we want to get the attributes. So object dot values of person. So now what has happened? The person data has also been modified. So previously it was 27. So here previously it was 27, 5.11 and so on. So but now it has been changed to Pradeep followed by 30. So for that purpose you need to take the care. So in order to avoid this kind of mistakes, you can able to declare three type of variables. So first one is declaring a variable. So as we have seen up to now, variable. So next another kind of keyword we are using is let. So let keyword is used to declare block scoped variables, which means variable is limited to the block statement or expression where it is defined. This can be preferred to declare the variables in the modern JavaScript. We are using a let. So next constant. So basically constant means the value cannot be changed. So once it is assigned. For example, constant pi equal to 3.14. So those kind of values we are going to declare as a constant. So previously what we have done, so we have changed person to by assigning the object of person 1. So it has changed the value 30. So but constant cannot be changed. Next JavaScript data types continuation. So here number. So if you are going to define the number, it represents a numeric values including integers, floating point numbers. By default, JavaScript treats all numbers as floating point values. Example, let age equal to 30. So here we are, instead of variable we are using a let age equal to 30. So next you can able to declare a integer, let price equal to 10.99. But the mistake you have committed is you have used a float variable because it is followed by the precision. So care should be taken by the particular programmer. Next, string. It represents the sequence of characters enclosed in either single or double quotes. So next, otherwise you can able to use a backticks. So for example, let name equal to Sachin. So it is a string which identifies based upon the double quotes. It can be identified. Next one, boolean. So it represents either true or false. So when we are using, so whether the particular user is active or not. So whether it is the task has been completed or not. So like that we are going to represent the boolean. So it is going to display only either true or false. Next, undefined. So for example, if you are going to consider let first name, it means it cannot able to identify either it is a string or not. Based upon the first name, the variable which we have assigned, it is going to retrieve. But here when you are going to trying to retrieve the output, it will be displaying undefined. Next, null. It represents a value, so that is empty or not existent. It is also primitive data type in the JavaScript. For example, let user equal to null. So it means no other users are assigned. Next, symbol ES6. So basically symbol ES6 is going to identify unique identifier. So it is used to identify the object properties keys in more complex applications. For example, here we are using a constant symbol equal to symbol description, so that we are going to use this kind of things in using the ES6 script. For example, so you are using a @ symbol, copyrighted symbol, and so on. So whenever you are going to place cursor over that particular one, also it will be showing the description of that particular one. For example, if you are going to consider rupee, so R symbol, so you will be having a some kind of a symbol like rupee, so like this. So it is, if either user is going to click this particular symbol, it is going to show. So the currency which is defined in India, so how many rupees are equal to $1, like that it is going to display. So next, ES11. So ES11, it represents large integers beyond the limits of the number data type. For example, constant big number, so 9000000 or something. So whatever the number is there, so that one will be displayed. Next one, primitive data types. These are immutable and do not have methods associated with them. Once primitive value is set, it cannot be changed. Example, number, string, boolean, undefined, null, symbol, and big int. So this can be done in the primitive data types. Example, so these are the common examples which we are using. So here we are going to define my variable equal to 10, it identifies as a number. My variable equal to hello, it identifies it as a string. So now string my variable is true, so it identifies whether my variable is string or not, so it is true, it identifies by the boolean. So the type of operator, the type of operator in JavaScript is used to determine data type of a given variable. Example, let name equal to Sachin. So now if you are going to type console.log type of name, it means type of name is the name which is identified as a string. So the output will be given as a string. For example, if you are going to give let age equal to 32, console dot type of age, so now it is going to retrieve it is a number. So either active is true, it will be identifying the boolean. So now let us see by compiling this particular example. So first I am going to type let a name equal to Sachin. So now I have given the input let name equal to Sachin. So now I am going to type console.log type of name. So it identifies what kind of type it is. So now it has shown it is a string. So now here if I am going to type let age equal to 32. So now I have copied that particular content. Let age equal to 32. So now next what I have done, console.log type of age. So now it is going to show the particular age is number. So like that you can able to execute this particular thing in this one. Next, the alternate syntax of type of console.log type of age. So this also you can able to type. So otherwise directly you can able to type. So here only thing we have done is we have mentioned in the braces. Next one is not a number. In JavaScript, not a number is a special value used to represent an invalid or unrepresentable number. NaN is returned when you perform a mathematical operation that doesn't result a valid number. For example, if you are going to divide by 0, so at that time the output will be undefined, so it will cause an error. So the particular thing will be resulting an error. So here output is not a number, because otherwise you are here you are declaring a 100 which is divided by double quotes s, so it will be identifying a string. So number divided by string, it is going to show as an error. So now next, for example, if you are going to define a banana, so what here I am going to do, so console.log ba. So ba is a particular So B is a particular string I want to give. So here what I have appended, so NaN, so BANAN, so next A. So it is going to show a particular script banana. So because it is going to result a NaN, so because of that reason it is going to result a banana. So now if you are typing this one, console.log followed by that one. So now it has shown banana as an output. Next, strings in JavaScript. Already we have seen how you are going to represent the string. String can be represented in the double quotes or single quotes. So here you have given a where, so first name and last name Sachin and Ramesh. So now if you are going to type console.log first name and second name, so now the output will be concatenated and it will be shown as a Sachin and Ramesh. So now if you are going to execute this particular program, so now it has shown the output Sachin Ramesh. So next, finding the strings in JavaScript. So you can able to find the length of the string by using a first name dot length or last name dot length. Here you are going to get the length of the particular string. So here it is going to show first name dot length. So now here if you are going to type this console.log first name dot length, so now it is going to get the first name length. So here I am going to paste first name dot length, so it is given 6. So now here next I am going to type second name, second name dot length. So now it is also going to 6. So that is also same. So because of that reason it has given 6. Next, backslash in string. So basically you can able to use a backslash in the string. For example, you are going to use its brother's computer. So brother is already defined. So where which particular thing you want to show, so in that particular content, so it is going to show within the double quotes. So next, string comparison. So if you want to use a string comparison, you can able to specify, so compare. So here console.log, so instead of compare string 1 and string 2, so just we are going to give string 1 equal to string 2. So it is going to return the boolean either true or false. So next, strict equality. For example, string 1 is hello and string 2 is also hello. So whenever you are going to check that particular thing, so by using a triple equal to, it is going to check a strict comparison between the operator string 1 and operator string 2. So next, character at, so it is going to retrieve the value at a specified index. For example, variable string, so variable string at a particular position. So basically array is going to start with 0 to n minus 1 of the particular element. So now what I am doing, so here I have given a hello world. So now what I am going to specify, console.log string at a specified index is 0. So now I am going to change the position 0, 1, 2 and so on. So 0 position is H, at 1 the position is E. So now what I am doing, so I am going to mention a 6th position, 6. So now world W. So because here if I are mention the 5, so 5 is space. So it has not shown anything because 5 is considered as a space. So next one is considering the string uppercase to lowercase. So if you want to convert up to uppercase or lowercase, for example, already it is in uppercase, what I am going to do? So I am going to convert the particular string into the lowercase. So now just I have given lowercase. The basic string which we have given is hello world. So H is capital and W is capital. Now it is converted totally into the lowercase. For example, instead of a lower, I am going to type the upper. So it has converted into totally uppercase. So like that you can able to consider. So next slice. So slice is what a slice is going to do. It is going to extract the part and it returns the new string. So we have to specify the starting index and ending index. You can able to specify. So but here what we are doing from 2. So starting point we have specified. So 2 we have specified. So now it is going to specify. It will be skipping the first 2. So later on it is going to print the particular output. So now just I am going to copy this one and paste. So now it has shown the particular thing. So for example 2 comma 5. So I have printed 2 comma 5. So now 2 to 5. So H is HELLO. So among the HELLO word, so it has given. So by skipping the other elements, so 2 to 5. So if you are going to consider 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is space. So because of that reason, so it has not mentioned. So if I am going to mention 2 to 6, so now it has shown double. So next minus 2, from last starting index and ending index you can able to specify. And if you want to replace the particular string, so if you want to replace hello with hi, so it is going to replace. So now here what I am doing, so I want to replace a console.log, replace hello followed by hi. So now what I am doing, so now I am going to replace this string. So replace hi. So now what it has shown, hi world. So console.log has displayed the hi instead of hello. Next trim. So if there are any spaces, so it will be trimming. So what I am doing, so already we have defined str1 and str2. So now just I am going to specify console.log trim. So already we have given a str which is hello world. So now just I am going to type the str with trim. So now it has shown the output. So now we have given a console.log. So this one. So now for example here if you want to concat, you can able to concat. So string 1 and string 2. So already we have given a str. So now here we are going to give a str2. So now we have given str2. So now we are going to concat the particular string. So it has shown hello world. So now it has been concatenated the particular string with this one. So what it has done, so it has given the particular string world is being appended with the particular world. So next string versus substring, you can able to extract the data from substring from 3 comma 4, so from the specified index. So now if you want to get the particular string, so you can able to get the specified index console.log substring from particular str. So now you can able to specify the substring from this particular str. So here, so now it has made, so from 3 to 4, so it has retrieved the substring from the particular string str. So here also the same thing, it has retrieved. So now here one example for strings in JavaScript. The first thing is here what I am doing. So here I am going to create a particular JavaScript here in the HTML. So now here this all the things I am going to represent in the JavaScript. So here I am going to place a script.js. So now I am going to place this all the particular things. So just whatever the things we have mentioned. So this particular all the data types we have seen up to right now, I am going to mention. So now string, so name, and it is going to print the name, age, and boolean, and null operator, big int. So we are using symbol, and we have used an object by using a let, and console log and function. So all the things we have inserted in the program. So what I am doing, so I am going to save this particular program. So now I have opened the VS Code. So now I have pasted. So first what I am doing, I am going to mention the particular program and I am going to save. So where I am going to save, so already I have created a folder, C drive, JavaScript. So now file name.html. So now I am going to type data types.html. So this is data type.html, and I am going to create one more file. So now what I am doing, so I am going to copy the rest of the script. So now I am going to save the file name script.js. So script.js is the file name, so which we have saved. So now if you are going to run this particular program, so now it has shown the output, string is Pradeep Reddy, number is 30, boolean false, unidentified, undefined number, so next null, big int, and symbol. Here if you are going to see, the debug console has given, so whatever the things we have given inside the function. So this is all about the data types in JavaScript.